Hey guys, today it's gonna happen. My name is Flo and I'm going to show you my completed binder collection of Yu-Gi-Oh! Old School cards, mainly gold format cards. Yeah, once it was one binder, but I got more and more cards and wanted to not all squeeze them into one binder. So what happened is that now it's a collection of 1, 2, and 3 binders, that they all have enough space and are not too squeezed. And yeah, I'm just going to show you what I have and how I do collect and how do I organize them. So as usual, as you may already know, I'm putting them in quite chronological order. And so I'm going to open the first page. And here you see we have the big boys from the starter decks and Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. So there are 3 blue eyes, 3 dark magicians, and 3 red eyes. And on the right side, you have the BPT secret rares. In the middle are the LOB cards, and on the left are the starter deck cards. And yeah, so everything here is unlimited because mainly I have the first edition versions of cards I play in my gold format decks or like in my favorite decks. And these cards I usually don't play, I only collect them. So I don't have them first edition. Yeah, and I think the Dark Magician from Starter Deck Yugi was like my first card. And the others I had in LOBE, but now some months ago, I also got them from the American versions. So now everything is without E, everything is North American, and I absolutely like this page. And then going onwards with chronological order, I said, okay, I'll stick with the BPT secrets. So here you see all the other 9 BPT secrets, all secret rare. I think they're ordered in a manner that I like optic wise, not by number. And of Jinzo, we're gonna see some more later. Yeah, so here are the BPTs, and then we go ahead with the starter deck cards. So the cards here you see doesn't mean these are all copies of which I have, but these are like the main cards. So it's Graceful Charity, and here we have the main versions of Graceful Charity. So that's the DLG version, that's the Secret Rare First Edition, that's an OCG Super Rare version, and of course the Starter Deck Pegasus First Edition. And for card destruction, I only put one. It's the Starter Deck Yugi American First Edition card. And yeah, if you see some white sleeves, it means that they're in my high rare deck, and all the other sleeves are usually just collector's sleeves or for my first edition deck sleeves. So Scapegoat First Edition, and then we have 3 ultimate rare Scapegoats. I don't have the retro pack ones because they got super expensive, and optic wise with the ultra rare, I think I do not really need them. So I said, okay, I'll go with the ultimates. And buying another collection, I also have the ultimate Scapegoats in German. And these are the only German cards here in my entire collection binder. So all the rest is OCG or English language. Yeah, and then we are in the LOB universe. And what I really like is that I have Raigeki, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Swords of Relieving Light all in first edition. And I added Raigeki Ultimate Rare and an OCG Super Rare version. Okay, what I don't know is which cards would you like to see in a from a closer angle. So I will just randomly take out some cards later, which I want to show you. But yeah, the rest I just let in my deck, in my binder, and mainly just want to show you my binder, that you get an inspiration of, ooh, what maybe I want to get as well. What is he collecting? How is he doing it? And yeah, what you don't see is all foils from LOB here. This is mainly the cards I absolutely love or I play in gold format decks. So it's not a complete collection for maybe as you think about it, but for me, it's what I always wanted to have. So for Monster Reborn, I have like 4 or 5 more copies, unlimited, but they are in my normal collection binders. And with Raigeki, it's the same. So I often have more versions, but they are not all in here. So this is my Pot of Greed page. Here we have 3 first edition LOB American Pot of Greeds, then there is an Ultimate First Edition one, 3 more Ultimates Unlimited, and 2 Pot of Greeds super rare version. And here the opinions are different about what is high rare or what is the most beloved Pot of Greed copy. Personally, I prefer the LOB Magic card First Edition. And what we have here is like the main cards from LOB and MRD. So the secrets and an entire set of Exodia, all these are American Unlimited as well. Because yeah, I have several Exodia decks, but I don't play Exodia First Edition. That's nonsense, it's much too expensive. So I have the unlimited versions in my decks. And the same for the secrets, all unlimited. And I have 4 or 5 more complete set of Exodia, like OCG Secret Rare, a German Exodia, and 2 versions that don't come up to my mind now. And now we are already in Metal Raiders, so there are 2 Summon Skulls American, and there's this Ultimate Rare Summon Skull. I mean, many of you already know some cards from my Instagram photos, but yeah, this is the Ultimate Rare Summon Skull. A very pretty card. And then you have the Mask First Edition, the Witch First Edition, and Change of Heart First Edition. Very cool card. And one of my favorite cards, Catapult Turtle. Not too playable, but the artwork is insane. And another Change of Heart from the Legendary Collection and Secret Rare. And here you have my Sangans and Magician of Faith. So in the middle you have the North American MRD versions First Edition. And here you have the 3 high rare Zangans. So the first is the DLG Super Rare, then you have the Retro Pack Super Rare and the Legendary Collection Secret Rare version. And yeah, these are the Champion Pack Magician of Faith, 3 of them for my high rare deck. I'm going to not make the video too long, so I was thinking like 1 minute per page, so the video is going to take about 1 hour. Let's see how that is. So Thunder Dragons. I never really found these First Edition MID American ones. So I had the MID-E's, but finally, some weeks ago, I also got American copies of the Thunder Dragon, and I'm really proud. I found these. I mean, they're not super expensive, like $30, but really hard to find. So in between for my high rare version, I played some super or ultra rares. And now I have also found these super rares you may know, but OCG. And they also look pretty cool. And these are the normal unlimited MID Thunder Dragons. I'm going to see if the light is good enough so you can see everything properly. So here you have the ultra rares from Metal Raiders. So 3 Magic Jammers. I have 1 American and 2 MID-E's. So this is something that really concerns me a lot, is these MRDE. I really prefer to have them American, but yeah, I just didn't find affordable Magic Jammers American, and the same is for 7 tools. They are all MRDE because the Americans are hard to find or just too expensive. But the Mirror Force, there are 3 North American First Edition Mirror Forces in pretty good condition. And I have 2 more MID-E first. And so for Mirror Force as my favorite trap card, I have like 18 MID unlimited versions from America as well. North America, USA, however you want to say. So Solemn Judgment, that's another one of my favorite cards. I think I have 24 Solemn Judgments MID unlimited. And these are 3 first edition ones. One is American, the other ones are MIDE. So if you say like, hey, I want to help him, I give him an American copy, just let me know. So you have 3 Ultimate Rares, Solemn Judgments, and 3 Secret Rares. So here it's like first edition deck, it's my high rare gold version deck, and this is my secret rare deck. So 9 special copies. So I'm trying to fix everything in between meanwhile, and yeah, just go on. So 3 Heavy Storms, it's the same. I always would love to have 3 American copies, but it's 2 MIDEs, 1 MID American. Mystical Space Typhoons, They are both, there's American, an English one, and an Ultimate Rare one. And to be honest, I mean, the differences are not super huge. Yeah, when you have two first edition cards, I think color-wise they are the same. When you have them like without sleeves, you may see a different, holographic effect. But what really pops up immediately is Magic card, spell card. And yeah, the E, to be honest, if you have it like that, you don't see, oh, this is MRL and this is MRLE. But it is what it is. I think the American ones are just higher in value and better to trade. But others say, oh, these European cards with the E, they just look much better. So for TrueNate, it's the same. 3 more TrueNates. One is English. And then we have some more copies. So the ban cards, the Forceful Sentry, Confiscation, Painful Choice, all American first ed. So I always try to have at least one of the American first edition cards. For the Delinquent Duo, I have 2 American ones. And so it's the same, like Snatch Steal, Delinquent Duo. I play like 15 decks, so I have like 12 to 13 more copies of Ultra Rares, but of course not first edition. So here you see my first edition cards, and if you want to see all the other cards, you have to check my other binder videos where you see my entire collection of playable Go cards. Here I put 2 OCG Secret Rare Upstart Goblins, then the Unlimited Toon cards with the blue eyes. That's one of the prettiest cards in entire Yu-Gi-Oh! I would say. Just phenomenal looking. I know some people have them first edition or even PSA graded. For me, that's more like a fun card because I will never play it. But yeah, of course, as a collector, you have to have it. And here you have my favorite looking card, Cyberjar Ultimate First Edition. Also a stunner. And of course, there's a first edition from Magic Ruler, and there's another Ultimate Unlimited. So the green sleeves, that's my Warrior deck. Then 2 more of my favorite monsters. It's Mahavailo and Nimble Momonga. So you have Mahavailo first edition, American, and I'm just fixing the light. The Nimble Momongas from Champion Pack, and 3 X of Despairs as an equip spell for Mahavailo, also first edition. But generally I like Ultra Rares the most, maybe even more than Secret Rares. So these really mean a lot to me, having 3 copies of first edition X of Despairs with the Mahavailo. So for me that's a real achievement, and other people, of course, they have other cards for their heart. But for me these are these ones. And then we are still in Magic Ruler, so you have some Giant Germs from Champion Pack, then you have a Relinquished from the Master Collection, Secret Rare, and then Relinquished First Edition. And what I recently got is this Ghost Rare Relinquished OCG. And in one camera angle, even the head of it is moving a little, but yeah, crazy card. And for 1000 Eyes, I'm receiving a 3rd Ultimate copy, and this one is the PSV first edition one. So yeah, Pharaoh's Servant. Here's my Jinzo collection. So we see 3 Ultimate OCG, then we have 1 American first ed and 2 Asian first eds. I'll show you this, because the American copy, you would say, yeah, that's a normal first edition Jinzo. But what I realized is when I took out the Asian ones, that these are automatically foil bleeds. So I don't know if it's always like that, but let me see. These ones, you have the entire Secret Rare effect also down in the text box. Here with this light, you don't see it properly, but generally it looks very different. And then you have 3 more Jinzos from BPT Secret Rare. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more PSV Jinzos. And this is the Ultra Rare from DB1. And this is another one from DB1. I think I did a mistake here, because here was supposed to be the Retro Pack one. Yeah, but it is what it is. And here you see this is a Jinzo reprint. So when you want to get a reprint or an OG Jinzo, you can easily see it when you, let me see, when you compare the text, because for the new print, it's the last line is saying also negated, and here in the original one, it's saying cards are also negated. So the text got a shift, so you can quickly see what is an old Jinzo and what is a new Jinzo. And the new Jinzo is much brighter, and the other ones look, I would say, normal, because I'm used to the old cards. And then for Pharaoh's Servant, we have two more Noblemen of Crossout first edition, a Ceasefire first edition for my high rare or first edition deck. Then we have 3 Dust Tornadoes first edition, and then I got these Korean promo Dust Tornadoes in secret rare, and these are also super hard to find. A friend got them by opening many Korean booster boxes, and then in the end he gave me this playset saying it means more to you, so you can have it, and I really appreciate it. It's an awesome card. So we are 16 minutes through, and the first binder is almost done. So that's the last page. So we have the Summer Ultra Rares. It's I'm gonna fix the light again. Premature Burial, English one, another English one, and a North American one, and also one of my favorite cards, original set Ultra Rare first edition. And let's see if the light is helping us. Yeah, awesome card. And the same for Call of the Hornet, where I finally got 3 first editions, and I got this Korean promo. Also super hard to get on eBay. I don't know if you have it. So that's also a parallel secret rare, Call of the Hornet. Very nice card. And Imperial Order, unfirst and first edition, the forbidden spell forbidden card. Okay, so I'm going to change binders. Yeah, I got this Pikachu binder because it feels so nice, and so I decided when the first binder was full to get a second binder and bought the same. The surface is a little different, but yeah, and then buying a third binder, I said, okay, I don't go with Pikachu anymore, I'll get a black one, but you will see that later. I'm going to drink a sip. Please, I would really appreciate if you comment anything on the video, what you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see, or what is your favorite card. I really, because I'm doing all that, I really love to talk about the cards and of course also playing the cards. So all these cards you see here, I'm playing with them, except maybe Blue Eyes. So I'm not the collector, I'm the player collector, so I'm playing with the high rare cards, and so you see them in here, but for me, it's about talking about the cards, playing the cards, and also, of course, like now, having a look at the cards. So the second binder begins with Labyrinth of Nightmare, and so we see Gemini Elves, first edition, European version. Many people said, yeah, the European version looks much better than the American one, hologram-wise. And then I also got these 3 Ultimate Rare cards with I mean, you probably know, there's a sensor artwork and the normal artwork. Here you can compare them, but the ulti effect on this card is wonderful. You have 2 Magic Cylinders, Kaiku, first edition, and then there are the fusions. The last one were from another planet. My equip spells, I have like 4 United We Stands first edition. Here you see 2, a Mage Power first edition, and then you have 3 Torrential Tributes. And to be honest, as I already told you, for me it's super hard to get American first edition cards here in Europe, so easier to find are these, let me see, LONE cards. So what I did to get the American versions is that I sometimes buy even PSA cards and crack them, because that's the only way for me to find these American ones. So I bought this one, and maybe I'm going to crack it as well to put it right here into the binder, just that I don't have to have the English one. So many people would call me crazy, but I really love these American cards. So let's see if this is going to be a binder copy as well. So here begins Legacy of Darkness. So Yata was the card for me. One of the reasons I stopped playing, because it was too powerful. And then when I started collecting, I was like, what about Yata? But in the end, I bought one to complete my binder collection. And now, some months later, I have 4 Yata. One is first edition and 3 more are unlimited. And yeah, it's just a fantastic binder card. Awesome looking card. And nowadays, I really appreciate the effect, the card, everything about the card. But in the beginning, it was like my enemy, because it made the game so stupid. Then there are 3 Fiber Jars, first edition. Also one got have been cracked, PSA. And Spear Dragons, one of my favorite cards from the old school days, playing a beatdown deck with all these 1900 attackers. Then Injection Fairy Lily, my maybe favorite monster card. I recently bought this first edition version, which is not too off-centered. It has like a little shift that it's brought up left and down right. So like that, moved a little. But when you compare it to my first edition version, you will see that this one is the typical Lily, being way off-centered with a broad left border and a thinner right border. And then you have all the other unlimited versions. I thought it's nice to have like this binder page with all the lilies. So yeah, I'm arranging the binder so that I like to look through it. Then you have some more warrior cards like Reinforcement of the Army, Exile Force, Marauding Captain, 3 Air Knights first edition, and of course Creature Swap for the high rare control deck. 3 Azura Priests, then there are 3 Bottomless Trap Hole rare cards from LOD. So of course here I could put any card that is has a higher value, but yeah, if I want to play my first edition deck, I need 3 copies of Bottomless Trap Hole. So that's why these are in here, because all the cards I play in my original set first edition deck are in this binder. So some cards are not really expensive, but they have to be here because they're in my most important deck, my first edition deck. And you have 3 Bottomless Trap Hole from the Champion Pack. And for the people who rarely see it, it's a super rare with a very nice holographic effect. I'm going to switch to the next side and we'll drink some more, because my voice is always struggling talking that long. Yeah, as you have seen, Ring of Destruction is the only exception, having 2 binder pages, because I just have so many. So what we have here is we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition card from Duelist Pack Kyber, where some people say, oh, that's the high rare version. So there are 3. And on the other page, there's 1 more first edition and 1 more unfirst. And here's even a 4th one. You see, I don't know how many cards I have anymore. And then here's the secret rare from Retro Pack. And on the left and on the right, there are Pharaonic Guardian ones, secret reverse. So the secret rare effect goes to the other side, up left. And for the Pharaonic Guardian first editions, you will see that the, let me go with the other one, that the effect goes to the top right. Here you see it. And yeah, on the other binder page, there are many more Pharaonic Guardian unfirst copies. Here you have Book of Moon. So once again, you have Pharaonic Guardian first edition cards, the rare ones. Then you have the high rare Book of Moon spells from Champion Pack, and there are some ultimate rares. Yeah, let me know what you like more, like the Champion Pack version or the ultra rare version from Book of Moon, or even the classic rare card. Then we have Metamorphosis, also from Champion Pack, a playset, and 2 more playsets from Pharaonic Guardian first edition. And I luckily found these 3 copies all in fantastic condition. So yeah, that was really a great achievement. Short time before Christmas maybe. I think I have them since 3 or 4 months. So here we have 3 Don Zalux first edition and this OCG Parallel ultra rare with the guns. So uncensored artwork. Great card. If you don't have it, buy it. It's about maybe $30, $20, depending on where you live. I live in Berlin, Germany. But yeah, it's really worth having this one. And then there's the Spirit Reaper first edition, scented one, mainly scented one, and the Champion Pack Spirit Reaper, which dramatically rose in price. But also a great high rare card. Then you have 3 Pyramid Turtles from Champion Pack. And here you have more Champion Pack cards, but that's Gravekeeper Spy. And so there are 3 Pharaonic Guardian first edition cards. And what we have here, I played them before I had the Champion Pack cards. These are the Shatterfall version from, I think it's, I don't want to say anything wrong. It's Dual Terminal. It's even written here, yeah, Dual Terminal. And these also look fantastic. So another recommendation, get these cards. I think 3 maybe cost $20. And then we have Gravekeeper's Silent from Tournament Pack, a Nightmare Wheel first edition, and 2 Ultimate Rare Terraforming. So this is like my Gravekeeper collection. High Rare Gravekeeper deck. And 3 Ultimate Rare Necro Valley. Another fantastic looking card. I will edit the video later a little bit to fix the light and the frame, and also of course my voice, because I'm super close to the microphone and I hope I won't be too loud. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then just switch the volume to mute, or you can see the 3.5 minute version of this video where I don't say anything and you can just have an overview of my binders. But I thought maybe you want to hear something. I'm telling about the cards. And if you have questions, just let me know and I'll try to answer them all. You can contact me via YouTube or of course via Instagram. So Trap Dustshoot, the Champion Pack playset was really hard to get once, but then I gave it to a friend and then I feel like, oh, I want to have them again. So I'll buy another playset. Also still hard to get. So it's like $150 to $200 one copy. And here always the question, is it really worth to do it? Because yeah, the difference between a common Trap Dustshoot and a super rare, let me know if you say it's a huge difference or not. I appreciate both versions. And the same when I didn't have these and I wanted to play some in my high rare deck, I went for these. It's point foil dual terminal cards. Got them for $2, but now they cost much more. So this binder has some more pages, but everything is still Pharaonic Guardian. So you realize, ooh, Pharaonic Guardian is having a lot of gold format relevant cards. Ah, no, you see, I'm lying. I mean, it is like that. There are a lot of Pharaonic Guardian cards in here, but of course I forgot the Magician's Force set. So another one of my favorite monsters, Breaker the Magical Warrior. So there's one really good copy of MFC First, and then there are two I got really cheap, which are great binder copies, but they have some issues. But I mean, this one I got for like $10, and the front is almost perfect. And then you have this price card, Japanese price card, Tribe Infecting Virus. It's like a $90 card. I rarely see it in people's collection, but it's a great card. And so about Tribe and Breaker, I have like up to 20 cards each. But in here, I don't want to put them all. So we have two more first edition ones, the price card, and for Breaker, you have two secret rare from Master Collection 2. And then I recently bought this tournament pack super rare, but personally I prefer the ultra rare card because I always think these golden letters in ultra rares are just outstanding. Champion pack Apprentice Magicians, then Skilled Dark Magician. I mean, I always say it's my favorite card, but I did a list on Instagram about my favorite cards, and this clearly is one of my top cards, Skilled Dark Magician, Magician's Force, first edition. Fantastic card. And I got another playset for $10 in like plate condition, but it looks the same. So always have a look at cards which are nice binder copies. You can still get them cheap if you have the right contacts to find nice things. But yeah, all these are near mint. Skilled White Magician playset, first edition. And then we go on with some fusions, Magician's Force fusions. So you have the cannons, the dragon cannons, and the Magical Scientist is first edition, because I have all banned cards from Goat Format as first edition American. So this one is not allowed to miss. And then there are some unlimited Spell Canceller and Cards Command Magician, because I do not play them. So I put them here because they are nice Magician's Force cards, but I didn't buy them first edition. And then you have the Dark Paladin first edition. It has a little problem down right, and that's why it didn't cost $400 but like $100. And I think that was a nice investment. Fantastic card. And also recently got this OCG Ultimate Rare Dark Paladin. Tell me which one you like more. So then for my vanilla beatdown, of course, Luster Dragons. 3 are American first editions, the other ones are limited, and Paladin of White Dragon. These are unlimited, but in my binder collection I have one first edition. And because I love equip spells, even 3 rare versions of Big Bang Shot made it to my collection binder, because maybe once I will play a first edition Mahavilo equip deck or with Azura, and then I need them first edition, and that's why they are in here. Because these cards mean a lot to me, no matter if it's rare or worthless. I put them here because these are my favorite cards. Magical Merchants Champion Pack, and also Wave Motion Cannons Champion Pack. And then we have Tsukuyomi. I think 2 are European and 1 is American Ultimate Rare. It's also a crazy card. And then you have 2 Tsukuyomi first from Dark Crisis. You have the Dark Crisis first edition version of Butterfly Dagger Elma, and 2 Vampire Lords and the DD Lady first edition. And we are finishing Dark Crisis with Sakuretsu Armor. So these are 3 Champion Pack Super Rares. Wait a second. And technically I should have 3 common Sakuretsu Armors in here, first edition, but I decided to have 5 first edition Legendary Collection Yugi Super Rares in here. But whatever it is, Sakuretsu Armor is a fantastic card. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the next binder, and as you may realize, we are done with LOB to Dark Crisis, so the first 9 sets. So Invasion of Chaos and Ancient Sanctuary are missing, and furthermore, we go with the Ultimate Rare sets, the first 4 which are gold relevant, so that's Soul of the Duelist, Rise of Destiny, Flaming Eternity, and the Lost Millennium. And then there are some more TP cards and Game Boy promo cards. Yeah, I'm drinking again. And what we see now is the Chaos monsters. So Black Luster Soldier, Chaos Emperor Dragon, and Dark Magician of Chaos. And I hope you like it. So last binder. So here we have in the top line, there's an Ultimate Rare Black Luster Soldier, another Ultimate Rare, and in the middle this one is Ultimate Rare as well. And then you have a Ultra Rare OCG copy, which is the I don't know how to say, but it's like the Dark Beginning version, but from Japan. So it's Ultra Rare. And then you have the Ultimate Rare Chaos Emperor Dragon from Booster Pack Tin, and Dark Magician of Chaos Ultimate Rare. And I'm going to show you these a little closer. So this is the OCG Ultimate. Then the BLS. And another card that is fantastically looking is Dark Magician of Chaos. And then in this row I have 2 more OCG Black Luster Soldiers, which I recently got. And this one is like a parallel secret. The set is called 20 CP. And this one is I think that's a Starlight secret. And in the middle, it's the Collector's Rare Black Luster Soldier and first edition. I don't know if you can see the borders. That's the main part about Collector's Rare. But let's be honest, if you compare Collector's Rare to all the other rarities, they're just much cooler. I'm going to try to fix this shadow of the camera again. No, that doesn't work like that. So, excuse me. So here we have the DR2 Chaos Emperor Dragon, the Dark Magician from DR2, and the Black Luster Soldier. And then in the middle you have the Invasion of Chaos cards. So they are all Invasion of Chaos first edition. And down here there's another DR2 card, there's another Invasion of Chaos first edition, and there's another Invasion of Chaos first edition Dark Magician of Chaos. And here you have an entire Korean playset, which I pulled from Korean packs. And in the middle you have the Master Collection 2 Black Luster Soldier Secret Rare. I think it's color-wise definitely one of the prettiest Black Luster Soldiers. And on the right there's a normal unlimited Dark Magician of Chaos. Down here you have the 2 secrets from Legendary Collection Yugi. And this is the TCG Ultimate Rare of Chaos Emperor Dragon. Yeah, and in my other binders I have these, what is it? Is it the Jump promo? And there's another promo from Chaos Emperor Dragon. And there are many more Black Luster Soldiers. So I have all the Black Luster Soldiers in English language and some more OCGs. But yeah, you have seen it, like 3 pages, only the Chaos Boss monsters. That shall be enough for this binder collection. And then we go on with the Chaos Sorcerers. So there are 3 from Tournament Pack, 2 first edition from Invasion of Chaos, and then there's a Smashing Ground first edition from my first edition deck, and 3 Smashing Grounds from Champion Pack Super Rare. And so here we have a playset of Dimension Fusion first edition. Really hard to find because many people like to play Dimension Fusion. And that's also a great artwork with DD Warrior Lady and DD Warrior. So DD Warrior is going to be one of the non-gold cards in my binder you're going to see later. But yeah, mainly gold cards for my collection. Then we have the Tournament Pack Compulsory Evacuation Device and some more AST cards. So Ancient Sanctuary doesn't have too many cards which are relevant for gold format, but some nice collection cards like Dark Magic Attack for Dark Magician and Inferno Fireblast for Red Eyes, and of course the enemy controller. So one of the most relevant AST cards is Night Assailant. It unfortunately was a common. So the common you don't see in here, but you have a playset 2 of this DR2 rare Night Assailant. And this card is another one which is really hard to find in Europe. Sometimes it pops up for like 10, 20, 30 euro, but it's just great, especially if you want to have nice cards in your deck and not only the common from AST. But you can still go for the Champion Pack version, super rare, but this one also got super expensive lately in Europe, like 300 euros, $300. Fantastic card. And then we have the Mystic Swordsman level 2. There's another first edition one coming. This one is unfirst, and here's the first edition one. And the Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke, also first edition, and 2 legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master from Champion Pack. So now we go on with Ultimate Rares. So English Ultimate Rares, because we are done with the Secret Rare sets, LOB to AST. And so you have 2 Fossila Dragons, Perfect Machine King, Ultimate Rare, and the Creator. And all these are American first edition cards. And so what I do here, I put the cards which I like the most or which I play. So if you think like, ooh, there's an Ultimate Rare missing, why doesn't he have it? Like Great Insect level 7 or something like that. Let me know if you think there are cards I should have put into my collection. A typical example is I don't have a Time Wizard here in my collection because I don't play Time Wizard. I don't have it first edition, so there wouldn't be... it wouldn't make sense to have it in the collection. I think I have one first edition, but MRDE. So yeah, you can just not put all cards to this limited collection of 3 binders because they do not fit. But I like Mitchell Gardner so much that I put 2 copies of it. So of course that's arguable. You can say, okay, don't have Mitchell Gardner in this collection. But I have it because it looks fantastic. It's a fantastic looking Ultimate Rare, affordable, and yeah. The effect is not too bad, and it just works fantastically with the Big Shield Gardeners from Tournament Pack. So this is my page of Dekoichi Ultimate First. I just wanted to complete this page, so I bought 3 more. I had 2 playsets, now I have 3 playsets, and many more rares, and also there is this from Hobby League, this Parallel Rare, also a nice card. The coach is just fantastic. What we have here are some very lovely Ultimate Rare spell cards from Flaming Eternity and Rise of Destiny it is, right? Not Rise of the Duelist, Rise of Destiny. So what I did is always put 2 American first sets, left and right, and in the middle there's the OCG Ultimate. And for Lightning Vortex, I have to admit that the OCG Ultimate Rare is looking a little better than the American one. So that was OCG. And then here you have the TCG card, but all lovely, of course. Also Lightning Vortex, a card which really rose in price. I once got it like for $20 and now it's way over 100. Yeah, to have this binder as nice as I can have it, I decided to have to buy a playset of Horus, but you all know that these cards are crazy expensive. So I bought the first edition ones, the level 4, the level 6, and the first edition OCG one from Ultimate Rare, because I do not play Horus. I didn't grow up playing it, because when I quit the game in 2004, these cards didn't even exist, so it doesn't mean everything to me. But for the completion of Old School Collection, I decided to put a playset of Horus in here, and this one is a really nice card for around $50. And then you have 3 brain controls. I have 6 American Ultimates and this OCG one as well, and some CP Minecrafts. So here you have first edition Divine Wrath and Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. I also had a playset in Unfirst, but I said like, okay, let's try to afford a playset first edition Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. And I think they're in decent condition, like light plate to Neiman, for around 40 to 50 euro. It's a fantastic card. Threatening Roar, fantastic side deck card. And that's Champion Pack, super rare. And so I started collecting in 2019, and some prices were much lower than they are today, but others were already high, so I couldn't afford some cards. But for Threatening Roar, I bought them for around $20, and now they're around, I think, 60, 70 or even more. So even I, beginning 2 years ago, made some bargains.
Meintest du Fernseher?
Alexa is talking to me. Excuse me. Alexa, stop. Crazy times. Okay, so here you have the Monarchs. So you have 2 of each, American first, and then you have the Ancient Gear Golem first edition and the Ancient Gear Golem OCG. So that's a card. It's like Neiman minus or lightly played, and I recently bought it for around 200, also to complete my binder finally, and that's why I made this video, because I got all the cards I always wanted to have, all in these 3 binders. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to put 540 cards in one binder to squeeze them, so I decided to have 3 binders that they all have enough space and are protected well. So I also got this card from PSA to crack it, and yeah, it's maybe you can't imagine, but when you're in Europe, it's super hard to find some cards because the market is just much smaller than in the US. Here you have the Ultimate Fusions, so that's Darkblade the Dragon Knight, Gatling Dragon, King Dragoon, Master of Oz, and Ojama King, all near mint American first. And another non-gold card, that's the Crash Card Virus. It's a fantastic card, and I just wanted to have it in here. And Ultimate Offering, a card I always loved from the starter decks, and bought it as Champion Pack because it was really cheap, and for any reason also these prices escalated lately. So we are leaving the Ultimate Rare universe with the Lost Millennium. So we're going to see some different cards now. So as last, we have the Flaming Eternity Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. I couldn't afford a proper first edition one, so I bought this one for $7. Look, entirely destroyed. but I thought, yeah, for $7 you can't do anything wrong. But I have an OCG Ultimate Rare. And I also have many, ultra rare first editions. And there's a secret rare OCG from Master Collection 1. So for the God cards, of course, I always wanted the GBI ones, but in the end, I decided price-wise, I do not play God cards. It wouldn't make too much sense to spend money on these. So for the collection, I said, okay, I go with the alternate cards. So that's the DoD, Jump, and YMA secret rares. And maybe I'll move these a little, but these secret rares, of course, are very pretty. Millennium Shield, one of my favorite cards. I have 4, but Metal Morph needed a space in this binder, so I put it here. I could also like maybe exclude it and put 3 Millennium Shields. So some cards maybe gonna shift, but for now I'm absolutely happy about how it is. So here are some TP cards. So these are the most expensive fusion cards in gold format because they are just rare from tournament pack, the super rare and the normal rare cards. Then we have a Mechanical Chaser super rare, the Morphing Jar super rare, and the Needleworm super rare. So I started all these TP cards as super rares because the other ones were too expensive, but things changed and I got some more funds or whatever. So I bought a Morphing Jar, Near Mint to play it in a high rare deck, and I also bought 3 Royal Decrees ultra rare. And I won't play Mechanical Chaser in a high rare deck, so I do not really need the ultra rare one. So it will always stay here as it is. And for Morphing Jar super rare, I have 3 or 4, and the Needleworm I only have this one. And the TP3 is unfortunately very expensive nowadays. Yeah, Harpy's Vetterduster. I think these are all the English copies I do have. So that's 1, 2 from STD and 1 from WC4. And for Slate Warrior, this is my biggest collection card because I have 80 versions, 80 copies of World Championship 4 promo, 80 secret rares. And so then there's one from the tournament pack, super rare, and I have some other versions of Slate Warrior. And for Sinister Serpent, here we have a World Championship 4 and another World Championship 4. And this is an OCG Sinister Serpent. Maybe some people of you don't know it. It's an ultra rare and it looks really, really great. Yeah, and Sinister Serpent is a fantastic card, so I have another page full of Sinister Serpents. And all these are STDs, plus the TFK Sinister Serpent. So that's this, the Falstam Kingdom Spanish promo super rare. And of course, with Morphing Jar, it's the most expensive card I own. First, I bought a super beat-up version of it to finally have it, but then I even got a Near Mint one. And yeah, so now things got crazy and I'm super proud of what I have here in my collection. So maybe you missed these cards so far, because here I put all the secret rare cards from the original sets, which I don't play in decks, but which are not allowed to be forgotten. So from Magic Ruler, we have another Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, we have the Serpentine Dragon. Then from Pharaonic Guardian, of course, there's Lava Golem. And then from Magician, I'm really confused today about the MFC. It's Magician's Force. We have Diffusion Wave Motion and, of course, the Dark Magician Girl. That was one of the first cards I bought 2 years ago. It's a Near Mint one I bought for $145. And what I personally prefer is that I'm fine with what I have with my collection. I don't need every card first edition. I have all the first edition cards which I play in decks, and the Dark Magician Girl, for me, that's a binder card. And the picture is the same. If you have like this one or the first edition, it's absolutely the same, except these few words down here, and of course the golden Eye of Anubis, but I will never need a first edition Dark Magician Girl. And other people, of course, they everyone shall collect what they want to collect, but for me, I always prefer the cards I play with, and then some cards I just like to have. Judgment of Anubis from Dark Crisis, and the other ones were Vampire Lord. Then we have Invader of Darkness from Invasion of Chaos, and from AST the two secrets, The End of Anubis and Masira Deville. So this is my second last page, the game promos. So from Collector's Tin, that's the Blade Knights, 3 secret rare ones. Then from, I forgot the name of this set, DBT Assailant was like anything with Traveler. I forgot the name of the Game Boy game of DD Assailant. And then from Colosseum, excuse me, it's Capsule Monster Colosseum, it is, the Abyss Soldier. So there's the other one on the other side, and here you have the Korean secret rares. And on the next side, you'll see the Japanese secret rares. Then here you have the TP DD Warrior. I thought it fits well with the DD Assailant. And then on the absolutely last page, there are 3 ultimate rare Blade Knights. Then there are the secret rare DD Assailants. There are 2 secret rare Abyss Soldiers. Yeah, so here you see like 6 of all of them on the last 2 pages. And I see we have 57.5 minutes. So what I'll do, the last minutes, I'm going to show you some extra stuff. And just give me a second. I open my safe. Oh, that was nothing serious. So there's this Jinzo tin. Then you have this Game Boy game with Duster and Sinister in it. Then we have the other one with the Slate Warrior in it. And here we have this beat up Sinister. And we have a one more morphing jar and another morphing jar. And then we have the starter decks. And then we have 3 more tins I do own. So this is like my sealed stuff.